Hi, gang! Now to, what's the word? Spread word. Spread word of the stream. Maybe I'll move chat here. Okay. I'll put it up there. Yeah, now to spread word. How does this work? Oh, I gotta sign in? What? Bruh. What is up, gamers? What the fuck you mean? What are you talking about? I just used my shit. Why are you asking me if it's good or whatever? I don't know. What is up? What the fuck you mean? What are you talking about? I just used my shit. Why are you asking me if it's good or whatever? I don't know. What is up? What the fuck you mean? What are you talking about? Alright, turn off my desktop audio. Alright. I need to turn off this thing. Docs menu. Ooh. Chat. Hello, chat. Hi, chat. I'm saying hi, chat, in chat. Alright, I need... Okay, live. Say hi in the chat if you're here, so that I know that I've got an audience, so that I have pressure on me. Promotions. Oliver Brown. Do I assume... Oh, hey! So I'm just gonna be drawing. I don't know who's talking right now. I don't see the name. I think it says lemon, limon, lime. I don't remember. I don't have eyes. I'm a friendly neighborhood, no eyes guy. No eyes, guys. Alright, I need to start drawing. I turned off my desktop audio so I can listen to was Spotify in the background. Let's get jumping. How do you like my face? So right now what I'm doing is just shading everything in, sort of to get that base. Shading everything in black and white. Chroma. What's the word for that? I don't know what the word is. Black and white. Monochrome. That's it. Yes. Oliver Tree is in my chat. I can't believe it. So here we go. Here we go about it. It's ditto. I always feel like whenever I see like a YouTuber that I watch, like do you like My Little Pikmin, by the way? Hi, Ellie! I feel like whenever I see like a YouTuber that usually does audio stuff, and I like see their face for the first time, it's always like there's a somehow. Hold on, let me put chat on screen so you know where I'm at with regards to that, if I can. What? Alright, I don't think I know how to do that. Hold on. But I might have a way to... Oh. But I might have a way to do something similar. Right now I've got the, No! Alright. Hold on, I'll bring up the Pikmin again. Here it is. Yeah. Studio mode. Alright. Display capture 2? No. New display capture. Okay. Yeah, alright. Here we go. Now we got chat on screen. Say hi, chat. Oh, that's... Oops. That's really bad quality. Here's my guy. How the fuck I... Display capture. Nope. 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 Sorry if you got jump scared by my audio. Absolutely. This guy fucks, I gotta say. Yeah, that's where I'm at with chat right now. So I'm just gonna put that off to the side, sort of end that. We don't need to see that. I don't think it does anything at that low resolution. You can't make anything out. I gotta figure out how to do that sometime. Ooh. Got a little thing on my arm. So yeah, drawing, filling out the grayscale render. And then I gotta figure out what colors I want to make this guy. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of reds and yellows. Maybe it'll be the McDonald's bot. Purple for the eye, definitely. I've already sort of settled on that. Yeah, I had some ideas. I'm back, I think. How's my quality, by the way? I got like 2600 kilobits per second, so it can't be that bad. But it was in the red and orange earlier. But yeah, basically, to get you guys caught up on my ideas for the lore of this guy. So basically, yeah, I thought he'd be maybe a robot or not a robot, or like a golem or something from the Academe Archipelago, specifically the College of Arcana, which is where like wizards and arcanists. All right, yeah. I I think it's on my end because I've got like a little thing there that keeps going into the red. Uh, I'm on like Starlink internet, so blame Elon Musk. But yeah, the idea is basically the Academe Archipelago are a series of island-sized colleges. Uh, they're sort of federated as each college is under the rule of a petty dean, which all sort of answer to the great dean in the Isle of Administration, which is all which is all sort of based off of an offhanded joke I made to one of my friends because we were like trying to think of a movie that we should shoot of like a short for like sort of our swan song back when everybody was moving away for college, and we never shot anything, but I kept coming up with ideas, and I was like, we should just take one of these random ideas and just run with it and try and figure it out as we go. And the idea was the Great Dean is looking for papers, and then I sort of that's actually sort of the origin of the whole Academe Archipelago thing, because the Great Dean is looking for papers, and then I was watching NADPOD a while ago, and there was this whole thing about the High King. I was watching the NADPOD season 2, campaign 2, and there's this whole thing about the High King and all the petty kings underneath, and we're like, petty king, petty makes it for a cool, what's the word, like prefix, I guess, for a title, to make it like a lesser version, and I think that's really cool. And so it was the petty deans under the great dean, and then there was the thought, and then so that's where that sort of came from. But that all followed the main inspiration for the Academe Archipelago, which was I saw the Christmas special episode of Misfits and Magic, the Dimension 20 season, and I saw there was, and I really liked how I didn't really like the main season because it felt too much of a riff on Harry Potter. But when I got to the Christmas episode, there was so many like unique ideas, and that like made me think about the actual sort of the sort of nice. Yeah, so that sort of filled me in on wanting the magic. Yeah, that gave me the idea of everything that could be done with sort of a Harry Potter spoof magical school, and then I thought like, Owl House does the same thing, kind of. And so that's where I got the thought, I kind of want to make like a bit of a Harry Potter spoof, and that's where the Academe Archipelago came in. And all this is just to say that this guy would be a sort of a servant of the robot, of the Arcana School, which itself would be sort of a floating island above the lake or city or sea or whatever, where it is like a floating, almost sci-fi island with like neon cyan energy lines moving through everything. Maybe make the whole thing a big runic circle. I have an idea for the wider story of like the whole plot of the world or whatever that starts for like a D&D campaign or something that starts in Nell, and the idea is the whoever I decide to make the villain in Nell, who was originally going to be like J.P. Orwell's foundation for the necrological arts. I don't exactly know. I didn't really have anything to go on there besides that, and like having a charismatic leader and stuff, like almost an Elon Musk type situation. And their sort of plan is, because in the city of Nell, the rich are essentially immortal because they can just send adventurers into hell in the city center, from the city center, to retrieve their souls and essentially bring them back to life. And so the idea there was the J.P. Orwell Foundation for the Necrological Arts wanted to find a way to make everybody immortal for essentially free. And the story there would be that like they're playing it as this big humanitarian sort of aim, but the actual like deep down, I feel like but the actual worry there is that their actual plan Yeah, the actual plan for the J.P. Orwin Foundation of the Necrological Arts is that having safety regulations in factories and stuff, uh, and that's like sort of the secret plan behind their main plan. Uh, and they turn everybody into like mindless slaves with an altered raise dead spell. Uh, and then essentially after they defeated that, they'd find out that they were like sending research or receiving advice from the petty dean of Arcana, and then from there they would find out that the petty dean of Arcana was actually working against the great dean of Arcana, who's maybe like an elder brain or something. Because in the original conception of the Academe Archipelago, there was a storyline about students going missing, because the Great Dean was feeding their brains to a massive brain at the center of the school. That's his own brain or something. And I think in the original Foundation it was also on the back. The archipelago was also on the back of a Zaratan, which are those like big island turtles. So it's all sort of stream of consciousness, I guess. So yeah, the idea would be this robot, would be just maybe the design for like the regular robots, because the School of Arcanum is almost like a sci-fi science fantasy area in the world, and these guys would maybe be like enforcers or police. So maybe I give them like blue and red colors, and the purple eye makes sense then because it's a mix of the two. Yeah, give them like police state vibes. Because Arcana is like a science. It's like a cyberpunk sort of area where they've got like flying cars and shit. I can swear, I just filmed a video presentation. It took me like 6 tries to get it right, and then I noticed it took me like 5 tries to get it with audio, and then on my 5th try I was about to post it, and then I realized that at some point I like scratch my armpit and sniff it, which is gross, and I don't want to like show off to the world. So I just sort of did it a 6th time and posted that. But in the 6th time I accidentally sweared, but I don't think that's too much of an issue because it's like a college level course. So that was fun. Yeah. Ooh. So that's the whole sort of story behind the Academe Archipelago, I guess. This could also I could also just try and maybe up the, what's it called, the technological level of the world. Make this just be like a rich person's guy. But I don't know if I want to do that. I feel like I've already given them Arcano carts. They can make the rest, like in the story. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of D&D actual play stuff, and I gotta say I really recommend it. Especially Dungeons and Daddies. Especially the first season of Dungeons and Daddies. Oh no! Am I back? Dropped frames. Keeps going up. Oh shit. 0 kilobytes per second? What's going on? I think it's my internet. Alright, glad to have stabilized. Where was I when I cut out? Maybe I should maybe I should get better internet or something. I guess that's sort of out of my control because I live with my mom. But, you know, we have fun. Oh god, you know what would be real cool? Animating for you guys. I have some... I'm lying. I don't have any ideas for animations at the moment. It'll come to me when I sit down to do it later, but, you know, that's fun. Bye, Ellie. Have fun. Have fun at work. I I think you enjoy what you do, don't you? But yeah. Guess it's just you and me, unless other people are watching. No. I guess you kind of know where I'm at based on how I respond to things. I'm looking at my YouTube. Does this say how many concurrent viewers I've got right now? Oh, that's cool. Streams got like their own thing. Yeah, it's just you. It's just you and me now, Lemon. I am pin a message. Big Turf at YouTube videos. YouTube notifications for a second there. Yeah. I haven't actually played Celeste. I've heard a lot of good things about it. It seems like a very trans game. I guess that's not like a good, what's the word? That's not like a very good, set of mind. Set of minds? That's not like a very progressive mindset, I guess. Because, like, trans isn't like a... Yeah, Celeste is very cool. I've heard. I really like the jumping. I like it when you jump. A gaming stream could be fun, but I don't have the nuts for that. I've been thinking about starting like a Twitch channel or something. I don't know what I'd do there though. I guess it's just this, but I don't know how to work it at all. Like I've been doing YouTube since I was a wee babe. So I was a hot babe at 12 years old or whatever. As I'm drawing this, I'm imagining all of these sort of big parts as like red plastic, like sort of like a car, like a supercar. How those things have like that bright red to them. That's sort of the material I'm thinking about here. I guess with a more matte material, it would be less bright, or is that not true? I don't know. Yeah, talking while doing stuff is kind of tough. Because it's hard, because you gotta... I mean, like, I've done this before. Not well, I think, but I've done this before. It's hard, especially when I can't think of something to talk about other than how hard it is to talk while drawing. Because there's sort of a bit of a degree to which I want to focus on one or the other. And to be honest, I want to focus on talking because it's much more fun in my mind. Yeah, especially when you don't have anybody to bounce off of. Like when it's at early, like when you're streaming and few. Yeah, but when you're streaming, there's sort of a pressure to always know what you're talking. There's sort of a pressure to have something to talk about, and you don't always have something to talk about. Like once I've got myself onto a topic, I'm perfectly fine to just waffle on for minutes, like half hours on end. I guess the worst part about talking to myself while streaming is that it feels weird to talk with headphones on. I guess I don't need to have headphones on, but it feels weird to talk when I have headphones on because, like, I'm not... Because it's, like, bouncing off of the headphones and right into my ears, if that makes sense. Because you got, like, the vibrations and whatnot. Like, talking out loud, it just goes out into the world, but talking into your headphones, you hear it more internally than you do externally because of the headphones. If that makes sense. But yeah, I guess with like a bigger chat with like hundreds of people or something, it would be easier to have things to talk about because you can just look at chat and people will be saying stuff. I guess that's not necessarily true. You could have hundreds of bots or something, but I think generally that might be the case. Maybe streaming on Twitch would be better because they've got like sections and stuff, and you can sort by lowest viewers. I don't know if YouTube has a way to sort for live streams specifically, but whatever, you know. Actually, you know what? I should probably advertise this on my Safe for Work Twitter account. Yeah. I think I know about where you're at now that I've seen your comment. Yeah, go to Twitter profile. ABFG. Yeah. Oh, I also have a Krabby. I have a little Krabby Patty. He's my little guy. A little goofball. Alright, hold on. Yeah. I guess I could always I could always just have Twitter open for something to talk about. Just that would that would be funny. Just have Twitter open, just scroll through Twitter to find something to draw. Yeah, the rainbow's colors because I got a rainbow thing. I could pick up my webcam. What's up, gang? I need to shave. Yeah, my little Krabby Patty. Oh, goodness. You like this angle? This is a fun angle. Yeah. Do I have like something to do a dramatic reading of while I draw? Oops. I have like a broken disc in my thing, a broken disc drive. It used to be where I had my OS. Hold on, yeah, I used to have my OS on it, my operating system on local disk E, but then it broke. Completely crapped out. Totally, what's the word? Corrupted? Yeah. It was a very sad moment. I wasn't able to do my final assignment for a class because of it, but the teacher was nice, so I got to just take extra hours doing volunteer work for another assignment to make up for the points. Where? Let me just pull this down so I'm not like doing nothing on the screen. Neon Mob. Where is that? There we go. Yeah. Alright. Dramatic reading time. Okay, actually no, that's not in a good format to read. I don't know why. Text documents are text documents are so bad because it's all in one line unless you manually hit enter. Yeah. Alright. Oh, I got white on. It feels muddy. Is that just me, or does that feel muddy? I guess it'll change when I go through with highlights or whatever. Oh, no wonder. I had a soft brush. It just does that sometimes. My freaking tablet. Yeah, what? Oh man, I guess it would be kind of hard to talk based on chat just because of the time dilation, I guess. Because talking to chat is fun, but you know, with chat going the way it is. Yeah, see, that's the problem. I didn't have once I get highlights in there, that looks fine. Yeah, I don't know why my tablet does that. Just sometimes it'll randomly switch my brush mid painting, and because I just have like the regular I only use like the regular like hard round, soft round brushes. in Photoshop, it's sort of hard to tell immediately. You don't like get an immediate sense of it. Because like the brush tip is always still just that circle in the center there, and it's not like it changes colors or shapes or whatever. Yeah, I've always kind of wanted to do improv. I guess I shouldn't say always, or I guess I can still say always, but I just want to be super accurate. But I have, for a while, wanted to do an improv thing, like on stage or something. There's something I really like about improv, in that like you don't have to come up with the ideas. Almost, you just let the audience come up with the ideas, and you just riff off of it. You don't have to like find the actual starting point. That's sort of what I love. I don't know, I guess, saying when I was younger sounds weird, but I guess it's true. But when I was younger, I was super into like those art prompt generators for that very reason. 'Cause it's like sort of tough to come up with original ideas, but it's so easy to just riff off things. Which I guess it isn't easy to riff off things, but it's easier to riff off things. If that makes sense. Do I? Actually, I have... Oh, hell yeah! I have this Google Doc I made. What? Yeah, I have this Google Doc I have of all the lore and stuff that I can read from far more easily. I guess... Where should I start? I'll just read the whole section on deities, pseudo-gods, and forces of the world. Within the world, a great many beings are worshipped as gods by a great many peoples, and just as many are despised as devils and overlords. Amidst these entities, 3 major archetypes stand out as the most common, these being deities, pseudo-gods, and forces. Deities are these most classical fantasy world gods that influence the world from their thrones afar. They grant powers to their heralds from their seats atop the many afterlives of the world, seeking their own ends. A deity's power is derived from belief in them, and from the spread of their ideals. A god of trickery and madness might grow in power in the midst of an age of political intrigue and social gaslight, or might greatly benefit from the rule of a tyrant whose propaganda settles so deep as to convince the populace they were frogs. A god of war might gain power from the many deaths of some great battle, and would be likely to sponsor a thirsting empire whose many violent tendrils sought lesser kingdoms to eradicate and subsume. Some examples of deities include Ignia, is a god in the world, some dead fire goddess, who erupted a volcano in the middle of a kingdom with her spear, and she might be... Ignia might end up being one of the big sort of villains or plot points, I guess, of the campaign that I'm planning with my friends. Because I've got 3 friends who I got 3 friends who are interested. I got more than 3 friends who are interested, but I've got 3 friends who have locked down. And one of them's like the pyromancer character, and I had the idea for Ignia a long time ago. But I sort of thought that it makes sense for like a super... Ignia makes sense for like a pyromancer. I had a whole idea, because her name... I guess maybe I shouldn't say her name IRL, but... I guess it's a first name, and it's not like a legal name yet. So yeah, it's Ash. It's also like a pretty common name, but their name is Ash. And so I had an idea, because the moment they said pyromancer, I was like, you know what would be cool? A guild of cremators in the city that sort of that she could have beef with. And that's sort of based on Zerk Vervain from Not Another D&D podcast, the second campaign again. one of the characters was called Zerk Vervain, one of the player characters, and he was like sort of a cadaverman. I don't. What's the word for a person? Those like people who work with who do like autopsies and stuff. I don't remember what they're called, but he was like one of them, one of those doctors. And there's a whole it's like kind of ongoing bit about a funeral worker convention, which was very funny to me. So yeah, that sort of, and the idea was that they would be like this powerful organization for cremators, for the pyromancer, and sort of the idea of Ignia came from one of my earlier attempts at like building a cohesive world. Yeah, Mortician, that's the word. But yeah, the whole idea for Ignia came from one of my earlier concepts of the world, where there's, it was sort of like inspired by like Dark Souls stuff, where there's a bunch of areas that are just all one thing. Like there's Ignia, Viridia, and something else I don't remember. There was like a bunch of them, but the idea was like Ignia is sort of this volcano cursed land where all of the people sort of died in the volcano, sort of like a Mount Vesuvius situation, if you're familiar. Viridia was a giant forest thing, which I only had like two guys thought of for that. Which one was the Bramble Knight, which is like a bunch of vines with sharp red thorns, sort of tangled together into a loosely humanoid shape, and in like the right arm, quote unquote, that was all these vines with these red thorns. There would be one giant red thorn that pokes out like a sword, and it would sort of shift around and move inhumanly and fight you like that. And the other one was the Birch Knight, which was just a what's the word? A ripoff of the Dragon Rider Knights, I think they're called, from Elden Ring. Like the really buff guy you see in the first, like right outside the starting area that Markiplier killed. So like, oh yeah, the other one was Algidia. So there was Viridia, Algidia, and Ignia. Ignia is the volcano Vesuvius place. Viridia is the big ass forest with an area for like bees and an area for elves and stuff. And then Algidia was the big ice area, because Algid means cold. Also brought over to the new sort of world building project. I haven't done anything with Viridia yet, but yeah, Ignia is now a dead god in this Vesuvius place. Algidia is now a kingdom in the Torpid North, which is sort of the big northern snow Arctic area. You know, I guess it is kind of hard to talk to yourself for a long period of time, because I feel my voice almost giving out. Yeah, I guess I talk to myself a lot, but I don't usually go on like this much. So it's kind of tough. It's kind of tiring. You were right before. I was wrong to have questioned your judgment. Oh, great lemon. Oh, is that good? I need more mid-tones in here. Because this is meant to be like... Oh. Yeah. I don't remember what I was saying. But yeah, Algidia is like is a kingdom in the Torpid North, which is sort of based off of the I don't remember what it was called, but there's a kingdom or a city in Bohemia, which is the world of NADPOD campaigns 1 and 3, where there's this kingdom that's up against the north. That's like the last bastion against encroaching giants when they locked them out during the giant wars. The place is called the Frigid North there, but here it's called the Torpid North, because torpor is like the sleep that ants do. It's like bug sleep, and so torpid north, because I'm thinking like this is a cold place. This is like a stasis place. It's not necessarily that, I think. It's the same level of effort, I feel like, I'm doing, but it's just, I guess it's easier to stop when there's nobody watching. Maybe you're right. I guess it's always hard to talk to yourself this much. I just don't do it much. I think my mom's home. From wherever. Yeah, bugs sleep. It's called torpor. It's, I think, at least. Yeah, all bug. Maybe, I don't think all bugs do it, but I think ants do torpor. And then again, I might be wrong because I'm getting this from a goddamn isekai web novel. I'm gonna Google it, actually. For the first time, I Google something. Is torpor actually, like, specific to bugs? Because I'm on Wikipedia. And it just says torpor is a state of decreased physiological activity in an animal, usually marked by reduced body temperature and metabolic rate. Torpor is that... Animals that undergo daily torpor include birds and some mammals, including many marsupial species, rodent species such as mice and bats. During the active part of their day, such animals maintain normal body temperature and activity levels, but their metabolic rate and body temperature drop during a portion of the day, usually night, to conserve energy. Some animals seasonally go into long periods of inactivity with reduced body temperature and metabolism, made up of multiple bouts of torpor. This is known as hibernation if it occurs during winter, or estivation if it occurs during the summer. Daily torpor, on the other hand, is not seasonally dependent and can be an important part of energy conservation at any time of year. Torpor is a well-controlled thermoregulatory process and not, as previously thought, the result of switching off thermoregulation. Marsupial torpor differs from non-marsupial mammalian eutherian torpor in the characteristics of arousal. Eutherian arousal relies in heat-producing brown adipose tissue as a mechanism to accelerate rewarming. The mechanism of marsupial arousal is unknown, but it appears not to rely on brown adipose tissue. So there's not even a mention of bugs. Did I get lied to? Did that isekai web novel lie to me? Disambiguation. Oh, disambiguation for torpor. But torpor is just sleep, I guess? Or it's a different kind of sleep? It's not even sleep, it's just, it's just a thing. Do bugs torpor? Hold on, I guess bugs don't go into torpor. I guess I was lied to. That's wild. So torpor is the thing that animals do during hibernation. It's just like they just lower the rate at which they digest food. Oh, no. Here we go. Ants do have a number of mechanisms. Alright, here we go. Ants have a number of mechanisms that allow them to survive in a range of temperatures, including the ability to thermoregulate, move to cooler or warmer areas, and go into a state of torpor! We found it! Ants go into torpor! Holy shit! Talk about a wild little road we went on. we did a whole character arc. We had a character arc. We're like a whole ass TV show, television program. I'm glad to know that the isekai did not lie to me. The ants do sleep, but only to prevent dying from temperature changes. I assume they'd probably do it at night then, or maybe just during the winter. God, I love music. Alright, I need to. Oh man, I did it again. On camera, no less. I need to, what's the word? Get better at hygiene. I love doing like Wikipedia deep dives. It's very fun. Is that like a? Yeah. I think one of my favorite things to do when rendering is just make up little surfaces that weren't there before. I did that with the Cosmic Serpent drawing a lot, where I just made sort of areas. Yeah, I mean, I can tell you if you want, but I'm not going to offer that information freely. You have to pay me in asking. Okay, what is going on? Why is there so much contrast here? Because I feel like there's a level to which a lot of contrast is really good and interesting, but I feel like, especially on like this small a scale, with like the legs or whatever, it feels like almost schlocky. Oh, you're playing a mod. That's fun. Yeah, but I feel like too much contrast feels almost schlocky. Kind of like those really awkward, like pseudo-realistic, like you can tell that maybe they traced somebody, and like there's big lines and the shading is super soft. Like those really uncanny valley. Yeah, there's really like uncanny valley drawings. It's like I saw it a lot in Doctor Who fan art of a particular nature. Yeah, and it was always a major like turn off, I guess. Not even like necessarily in the sexual sense. I don't know. I feel like I'm going into weird territory. I should step out of. I wonder if I have any other cool things to show off. Oh, I can show off my tome. My big old tome. The journal number 3, Gravity Falls journal. Close my door. Here we go. This baby. Whole ass tome, big old thing. I love it. My pride and joy. I need to latch it properly before I put it back up for display. It's very swag. I got a seltzer here too. I wonder if you saw and heard that. What's the issue that I'm having? Is it that I'm not... That's it. I'm not taking into account the direction of the light as much as I should be. So I don't usually pay much attention to it. Because I definitely want the tops illuminated. I guess that sort of makes sense, because just you don't want to do... Yeah, tomes are great. Oh, they're so fucking cool. Yeah, I think coming in this way is best, because this way would also be cool, but with that I don't want like this part of the arm like shrouded in darkness, because I feel like this is built for I feel like these surfaces here are built for like that sort of brightening, if that makes sense. Like filling up these areas with light. Why is it green? Because I made it green. Yeah. Alright. Remember, kids, don't be precious about your work. I feel like that's like one of the coolest, one of the like real nicest bits of art advice that I sort of internalized, which is that it's okay to delete whole sections of your thing if you feel like it's a little bit off. Because I made that, there's been like times in the past where I've done that to like a whole thing and it's really worked out, but then you also run the risk of like making it again worse, and then you can just delete it again. Time is it is kind of scary though to like spend time on something and have to get rid of it, but sometimes you just gotta let things go. Yeah, hopefully this is good this time. Well, I mean, not that it wasn't good before, but that it's better this time. I think you'd be at the deletion by now. I've been watching I guess listening to the Magnus Archives recently. There's a lot of really cool stuff there. live.
Yeah?
I'm live.
You're alive.
I'm live.
I know, I was at 5:30, I'm like, should I go home early, to eat dinner with Alan, but then, let me see.
It's empty.
I want to see what this looks
I
like.
don't know. It's empty.
Oh. Oh, nice. So I was like, oh, last time I come home you're not hungry, or you probably went out and eat. And what did you eat? Did you go to Costco?
Today?
Mm.
No, I figured it'd still be under construction. Also, I'm live on video.
Oh, with the who?
Just myself.
You should try to call Auntie Nancy a little bit.
Okay.
Like at the Gmail, right? Gmail
Yeah.
chat. She's crying every day. It's just something. You need to talk to her, son.
Okay. I've been responding to her messages, occasionally.
Oh, okay.
I just don't check my email a lot.
Not email, the Google, the Hangout, right?
Okay.
Google chat with Hangout. Right? You hungry?
Yeah.
You are? What do you want to eat?
What do we have?
You like the pancake and all that? I can cook you some noodles.
Okay. I don't think pancakes are good for dinner.
No, but, I mean this morning do you like that?
Oh yeah, that's good.
I was thinking, oh, there's no bread. I can make you some pasta.
Pasta sounds good.
I can make you some noodle called Japanese style noodle.
Alright.
Do you want pasta?
Pasta?
You want some cottage cheese?
No.
No?
Hey Sean. Sean's watching now.
Oh, Sean, love you. Can you hear me?
There's the camera.
Sean, love you. I just got home too. Well, but I cannot see him.
Yeah, cause I'm there. He's right there.
Yeah, but I cannot see his whole face.
Yeah. I'm streaming. I'm not like on a call with anybody.
Okay,
I'm
I'll
streaming.
go get you something. You eat whatever I make, right? Or
Yeah.
you can have a pizza. Oh, I have chicken. I can stir fry chicken.
Okay.
Whatever I cook.
Chicken pasta. Sean says he loves you too. Hey Sean. What are you up to? Oh, nice. What are you drawing? I'm drawing too. In case you couldn't tell. Okay. I think I'm gonna end stream. Bye. Have fun, everybody. Have fun, Sean, the one guy. Have fun, everybody who's on, which is Sean.